G'day guys, welcome back. As I've been piecing things together to try and get everything ready for Dumbo, I bought myself a 9-inch Diff because I used to have one, sold it. Now it's got an AU Falcon Diff with 3.45 gears and LSD, but it's going to be a bit weak for the Godzilla, so finally upgraded to a 9-inch, which is a bit of a mystery one, and I knew not much about at all. So let's pull it down and have a look. So this was sort of a bit of a spare of the moment purchase. It wasn't a bad price. I was sort of thinking, oh, do I just get a housing? And then, no, I'll just get the whole kit caboodle. So from the photos I saw it was small bearing. Didn't think that was too bad, but I've actually got a Wheelwood brake kit. Didn't take note. It's actually for big bearing, so I can't use my Wheelwood kit on this. All good, I was like, I'll just run the drum brakes. Not into world stuff. It'll stop me from what I've got to do. Now, when I picked it up off Jared. Jared got it through some other means. And yeah, all he could really tell me was, know nothing about it. He said, but it spins both wheels. So I don't know if it's LSD, don't know if it's a locker or what the go is. Didn't even know what gear ratio it is. So anyway, I went over to Jared's and went and picked it up. Had a bit more of a look at it. I said, definitely confirm small bearing, but good thing is, it's 411 diff gears. So I think I ended up, I think that was my scratch mark there. Did a bit of rotation, and yeah, ended up being 411s. Now, I don't know if it's 28 spline or 31 spline. Now I'm thinking about it more. It's probably a bit too much of an impulse buy, because if it's 28 spline, again, it's probably not going to be too good, because these Godzillas supposed to be, 475 foot-pound of torque, stock, with no tune. I think with the Holly and a little bit of tweaking, should see about 500 foot-pound and, probably 450 horsepower, being conservative, I suppose. So, yeah, I don't think, especially running a manual, I don't think 28 spline is going to cut it. But it could be 31 spline, don't know. So, I'm going to pull it down and see what's inside, and if I've got something good, or if I'm just going to probably have to sell it and buy something else or make something else anyway. So let's start ripping it apart. Moment of truth, if I'm going to be keeping this thing, I have to buy something else.
There we go. 1, 2, 3. $26, $27, $28.
That's 28 spline, which I'm not surprised. I kind of thought it would be. I might pull that center out anyway, because the center might be good. Yeah, don't know. It's LSD, probably won't worry about it, but it's got the 411 gears. I don't know, do you bother? Do you sell it with half its bits, or do you sell it as a complete set? Don't know. So anyway, I'll pull that center now, have a look. I like a bit of fresh dip on a late week night. Anyway, here's our centre. Now, we can see already that this has had some moisture in it, but I'm not really concerned. Yeah, it's not going to make a difference, but this is an LSD. Hopefully it's good and will survive what I want to do to it. But while I've got it pulled apart, I don't know, probably won't even do much with the housing, to be honest, because it's going to come out again at some point. But all the brakes are really good. There we go, there's some light. Heaps of meat on the brakes. The drums, even though they're rusty, have done pretty much no work, just a little bit. So yeah. So it looks like I'm probably going to reuse everything, even the wheel bearings. They actually feel really good. Yeah. Yep, I reckon I'm just going to clean this old crappy oil out and run it. Alright, now I've got to pull the other diff out and get this one ready to go in. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done a diff change out, and I made that look way harder than it needed to be. Yeah, apprentice spec. So that is all drained now. I'm going to clean out the inside of the housing just a little bit more, but I've decided that I'm not going to assemble it and then fit it because it's just too heavy. So I'm going to put the housing in the car and a little bit hard, but at least it's easier on the body, and then I'll slide the axles and do all the brakes and that anyway. I've ordered some wheel cylinders from Repco, so they'll be here tomorrow for me, not for you, for me tomorrow. And then yeah, then I'll throw the center in as well and maybe give it a lick of paint while it's in the car. Probably not, probably just leave it. Right, both of my wheel cylinders have arrived, so let's change those ones out. Once that's done, drums can go on. Gave them a bit of a clean up, get the rust out of the face. That will go. And then it's done. Alright, so diff and brakes are all in and done now. Still just got to bleed them up, but I'll wait till a bit later till I do that. But yeah, brake lines, just had to change the flares back to the standard style. My brake line's probably a little bit short because I think originally I cut a little bit off, but That's all right. Just got to work out a diff breather to sort out for the dual exhaust. But yeah, otherwise it's all pretty well done. This is now a week after I did the last part of the video of when I fitted the wheel cylinders for a certain reason. Let me get out of the light a little bit. So I actually had a bit of a boo-boo with my eye. I'll show you. You can see that. So as I was trying to pull on the springs on this side, once I'd done it on the video, I realized I actually left out a bit of a mechanism for the park brake. There's a plate that goes from shoe to shoe. So I quickly whipped it off, put it back on, and as I was doing the last spring, I had my needle nose pliers trying to pull the spring up, and the grip slipped, and I went straight in my eye with the needle nose pliers. 3 stitches in my eyeball, and I've been out of work for a whole week now. Pretty spewing on myself. One time, that's a week or a week's worth of nights I could have spent on this, plus the rest of the weekend. I've only just sort of the last 2 days been actually back outside and letting the light hit my eyes again. But yeah, also the extra bit of money I would have earned for that week to be able to put back into this thing and keep the project going. It stressed me out a little bit on whether or not I'll make drag challenge. It was tight enough as it was. But anyway, I'll keep hustling and keep trying to get things happening. So, reminder to everyone at home, don't cut corners, wear your PPE. So anyway, thanks for watching that one. We'll see how it holds up once it gets some power through it. But until the next one, guys, have a good one.